When you're taking a customer who requires some mobility help, but does not have a mobility device, you want to support their arm at or near the joint, cup the arm from underneath, holding firmly, but not enough to hurt them.
Come in, just be careful, but don't worry, I'll walk you through it. I'll make sure you don't fall, okay?
Yeah.
If by any chance you're gonna fall, I'll make sure I hold you up. Are you okay?
Yeah, so far so good.
If your customer seems to be unstable and looks like they are starting to fall, do not grab them by the arm. Get behind them, lower them carefully to the ground, and you will assist them back up later. When the customer you are assisting requires a cane, the technique is exactly the same, except you must make sure that you are in the opposite side from the cane. When assisting somebody using a walker going down a ramp, the ideal is to be able to walk next to them. However, as many ramps are too narrow, you need to walk in the front, making sure that the walker does not get away and start going too quickly where your passenger might be injured. Let them walk slowly at their own speed. Do not rush them under any circumstances.
Hi there, my name's Will. I'm from Dignity Transportation. Are you Janelle?
I am. Good morning.
Do you need some assistance?
Yes, please. Thank
Is
you.
it all right if I use the trailing technique?
Of course. Thank you.
When assisting someone who is visually impaired, the first thing to remember is you're going to be on the opposite side of the cane. If the cane is in their right hand, you will be on the left-hand side. The technique we typically use is the trailing technique, which is the first thing that most people learn when they become visually impaired. To use this technique, you touch your hand to the back of the hand of your customer as a signal for them to take your arm if they require that assistance. They will usually hold your arm just above the elbow, although it could change depending on the height of the customer. Make sure as you are walking, you are giving them instructions of any changes to direction or terrain in advance. When you're assisting someone who's visually impaired on stairs, make sure you approach head on, never an angle. Arrive at the first step and stop. Let the person know you are there and that you're going to let them hold the handrail by placing their hand on top of it. Allow the person to find the first step, and then you should remain one step ahead of them, proceeding with your customer. When they get to the last step, tell them that they are at the last step. Many children with autism, in order to ensure they stay seated, use what's called a harness. In order to hook the harness into the vehicle, we use what are called cam straps. You're going to take the female end, and then the male end goes over the top, and you're going to connect the two together, like you would any other seat belt, and pull it as tight as it will go, making sure that the 4 clips that are needed to hook up the vest remain on the front of the seat. When you're installing a car seat into a car, the first thing to do is to place it carefully down on the seat to ensure that it is solid. Take the tether, which is the thing that's on the back that hooks to the back of the seat, out. Take the seat belt, pull it out. We're going to put it through on one side, pulling it all the way across through the designated area, and clip it in as if you were putting on a seat belt. Once the seat belt is tightened, as tight as you can get it, you're going to check to make sure the seat is tight enough. It should not be able to move more than 1/4 of an inch at the bottom. In order to get it tight enough, you must put your weight into the seat and then to pull it tight. Next, you would hook the tether into the back of the seat. 5-point harness goes across the shoulders, where there is a piece that will hook across the chest, and then you're going to hook the 2 sections in between the legs. Once it's hooked in, you're going to use the strap on the bottom to make sure it's pulled tight enough so that the child will be safe. At the end of your trip, you're going to do everything in reverse and unhook the child. Once the child is out of the car seat, ask them if they'd like you to help them out of the seat, and then you can assist them. Seatbelt lock is a very simple device. It simply covers the button on the seatbelt so the child can't easily push it, and it basically uses a child-proof lock to open it.